Hello, Solo Diners. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today on Solo Dining with Kara Marie. I am Kara Marie. Today I'm making dinner rolls. Just about four dinner rolls. So today that's what I'm doing. I've already added 1/3 cup of water, room temperature water. Now I'm adding 2 teaspoons of instant dry yeast to that water. And since it's instant dry yeast, you don't have to bloom it. So you just go ahead and use it right away. Now I'm adding 4 teaspoons of granulated sugar and blend that in a little bit. Now I'm going to add 1 egg. You can stir this egg up before time, or you can just pop it in like I just did. And just kind of stir it up a little bit, get it nice and incorporated. Now I'm getting ready to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Now, usually I like to use butter, but today I want to keep it simple. I'm using water when I could use milk. I am using olive oil when I could use butter. And I'm using all purpose flour when I could use bread flour. So today it's a simple one. It's just 4 dinner rolls on a simple recipe that's going to still taste wonderful. So I'm just kind of incorporating just a little bit of flour in there for right now. And then I'm going to mix it up a little bit to kind of get some of that incorporated in there to get it started. And I didn't want to just dump all my flour in at one time. So now I'm just going to use this little, yeah, doohickey. Sometimes the words escape you. I'm putting a little, a half teaspoon of table salt in there, and just blending it on in there. And then I'm going to get ready to add the rest of my all-purpose flour. Incorporate it in there. I like to do it a little by little, so because if you dump the flour over in there, it seems like it's to me it's harder to work with. So if you're gonna do it that way, you just might as well put it in a what do you call it? A stand mixer. And I have a stand mixer, but you don't even need a stand mixer for this recipe. Even if you're using a full loaf, and I'm just using enough to make 4 dinner rolls, because like I said, it's you don't want to make a big batch and let all that bread go to waste. So, but anyway, what I did here, I was just using the simple. We like to scale back our recipes if it's just gonna be 1 or 2 diners. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm incorporating the rest of the flour into the dough to make me a nice little. It's gonna be a little wet dough, but it's 1 cup, no, 1 and 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. So that's what that is. 1 and 1/4 cup of AP flour, and incorporate it in there with your water and your egg and your yeast and sugar and salt, olive oil. And this is so quick and so easy. But even if you do it with butter and milk, it's still the same. Now, milk, I do put that in the microwave on a few seconds to kind of get it, room temperature. If you want, maybe you could sit it out on the counter. But I'd like to just go ahead and help that milk out. So I put that milk in there, and then I'll go ahead and put the yeast in there. That's if I'm using milk. But today, it's an easy water recipe, and they're gonna still taste good, right? Sure enough. So we're getting that all incorporated in and got that little dough ball coming along just nice and right. No frills, no fuss. Just the easy peasy dough. Yep. And so now I was going to add a little bit of olive oil to it. It doesn't need anything. Just need to get somewhere and sit in a nice place with nice room temperature spot. Got my little ball done up right there. And now I'm gonna put some saran wrap over it, and I'm gonna sit it in a place room temperature. I like to sit mine on the back of the stove. Some people will heat up their microwave and turn it off, and then put it in there and let it sit in there. Okay, and there's the dough after it had risen. Now I'm getting ready to see. You can use these dough balls. I cut them into little balls, and you can put them in the pan just like that. But I wanted to do a little something extra. I just wanted to twist them up a little bit here and give them a cute little design to make them, just visually appealing. And it's not really fancy, but it's kind of, it's so simple to do. Just twist it up like this and then roll it up and put it in the pan. And then you have some cute little dough balls where your dinner rolls come out a little cute, a little extra. Ain't nothing wrong with being a little extra sometimes, is it? It's perfectly okay to be a little extraordinary. And so, but like I said, it would be perfectly fine if you just roll them up and put them in the pan as is. But I chose to do them this way. And I am using a 7-inch baking pan, and I use it for some of everything. I even make pies in this. It is so neat for someone if you're a solo diner and you're cooking for just one person. It is a really neat dish to have for your scale back recipe, especially for this dinner roll recipe here. And it's going to hold those 4 dinner rolls perfectly fine. It's going to be perfect, just perfect. See how easy that is? Just roll it up. This little extra step is something I like to do. It's kind of soothing to mess around, play with the dough like you were a kid doing Play-Doh. But it's all right. The last one, we'll get that done. Didn't take that long to do that. And once we get these in the pan, I'm going to put some butter on them. Well, I'm going to let them rise first. And we're going to put the saran wrap back on it, let them rise, and then bring them back. And I'm going to slather a little butter on them and pop them in the oven. All right, they're ready. They're oven ready. Got the butter slathered all on them. And there you are, your finished product. Pull them apart. Yes, nice and yummy, soft. You can put your little, now it's time to slather your butter in there. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Guys, I really appreciate you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And I'll be back with another video sometime soon. All right. Have a good day.